Hey, hope you're doing good. It's Chris here from 6-String Fingerpicking, and in this lesson we're learning how to play Hey There Delilah by Plain White Tees. Okay, so let's get stuck into it. For this one we're in standard tuning, and let's begin with the intro, and luckily it's just two chords. So what you want to do is, well, it's a D chord and then a F sharp minor. Okay, so I'll just play it to you. It's just two chords. And that's it. So for the D, in the picking hand, this is a great one if you're new to fingerstyle, fingerpicking, you want to get into it. It's really repetitive. You're basically just playing thumb and then first finger and second finger pretty much throughout the whole song, which is really, really very convenient. So on this D chord for the intro, I've got my first finger on the second fret of the G and my second finger on the third fret of the B. That's how I'm going to play it. I'm not going to play it like this, okay? Because F sharp comes up next, and it's just a smaller movement. So you've got that held down. You don't need anything on the high E string because you're just playing the D, the G, and the B. And then when the F sharp comes along, what you want to do is you want to flatten your first finger on the second fret of the G string and the B string, and then take your third finger and play the third fret of the D string. Sorry, the fourth fret of the D string. So I'm playing 4 on the D and then 2, 2 on the G and the B. So just get used to that change there. And actually, almost all the time, my second finger's barring. You don't have to, but again, it's just one. It's just a smaller movement. So holding down that D, we're going to play the bass note, which will be the D string, and then the G and the B together. So use your thumb on the D string, and then G and B together. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you just do that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go to that F sharp minor chord, and we do it 4 times there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we repeat all of that twice. So nice and slow. And again. And that is your introduction. So it's not too bad, just two simple chords, and you're always playing thumb and then first finger, second finger, thumb on the D, first on the G, second on the B. Get that? And then let's start learning how to play the verse. So what's really good about the verse is that the first 4 bars are exactly the same as the intro. So you've done the first 4 bars and the verse is 8 bars long. So I'll just play it to you. So far exactly the same. And then we've got B minor, G, A, B minor, A. So it's a bit harder once you get into bar 5 on the verse. So 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, D, and then the F sharp minor, exactly the same. And then we've got a B minor chord. So if you don't know what a B minor chord is, I'm barring the second fret on the A, D, G, B and high E strings. And then I've got my second finger on the B string, third fret, and I've got my pinky on the 4th fret of the G, and my third finger is on the 4th fret of the D. Okay, so from there, in the right hand, or in the picking hand, you're going to play the A string with the thumb, and then still G and B. Okay, so this time we get A, G and B, A, G and B together. And on the B minor we do that 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then we lift off our first finger, we play an open A string, and then G and B. So you've got 1, 2, 3, lift off 4. Okay? So just practice practice that a few times until you can do that. And then we go to a G, and I tend to use my thumb just because it's kind of quite close, and because all you need is the 3rd fret on the low E string. But use your second finger if you want to use your second finger, of course, that's absolutely fine. And this time we play that, the low E string, 3rd fret, and then open G and open B with the 1st and 2nd finger. So, and we do that twice, so you get. So from the beginning of the B minor, lift off the 1st finger, and then the G. And then we've got an A. So we're going to be playing an open A string, and then I bar the 2nd fret on the G string and the B. So we play the open A, and then the G and B 2nd fret, and we do that twice. Okay, so from the G, and from the B minor, then we go back to B minor, and we just play straight through this time, so that you don't have to lift off your 1st finger. So we do that 4 times, and then A, as before, twice, and then you have to stretch a little bit and play the open high E string. Sorry, not the open high E string, I suppose you could. You could play the open high E string, but what I do is I play the 5th fret on the B string with the 2nd fret on the G. So open A, 2nd on the G, and 5th on the B. Like that, so you get. That's a bit of a stretch. But anyway, that's the verse, and then that all goes round again. So I'll play the verse for you once more. And then that all goes round again, and you repeat the verse twice. So then we go into the chorus, and that just goes like this. Okay, so it's not too bad. So on a D chord, you're going to play the D string with the thumb, and then the G and the B, holding down this shape that we've already learned. And you go 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th time play the open A string, and then the G and the B. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go to our B minor, full B minor chord. Holding down that, you're going to play the A string, and then the G and the B. And again, you do it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then on the 4th, instead of playing the 2nd fret on the A string, you're going to take. What I do is I take my 3rd finger and I put that on the 4th fret of the A string. Play that, so you play the note of C sharp, and then you play the G and the B. Okay, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and basically you do that 4 times. Okay, so that was once, and you do it 3 more times after that. And that's pretty much your chorus. See, it's exactly the same. 3rd time. 4th time. And then after the 4th time, you just play the 1st bar of the D again, which is that. So it's the open D string, and then the G and the B 3 times, and then the A string, and then you go back to the verse. So that's how you play the chorus. That's not too bad, but you may struggle a little bit with that B minor, moving the 3rd finger to the note of C sharp. That is a little bit hard, but that is it. So it's just one other part of the song, and that's the bridge. So I'll play it through for you, and then I'll break it all down. that will go straight back into a verse after that. So the best way to get the structure of the song down is, of course, to listen to the song. And that's really the best way to get the structure down. But this is the only other part of the jigsaw that you need. And then you've got all the parts. You can go away, listen to the song, and jigsaw it all together. So this starts on a G. And all you really need is your second finger on the low E string 3rd fret. So you're going to play the G notes, play that one 3rd fret, low E string, and then G and B wide open. Okay, and you do that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go to that A which we've learnt, and we do that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So open A string, G and B. And then we've got go to a D. So on the D, you're just going to play that as normal 3 times, so the open D string, and then G and B. So 1, 2, 3, and then the open A string, and then the G and B again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go to our B minor, play it 3 times as normal, 2nd fret to start, and then 1, 2, 3, and then lift it off, so you play it open A. So the B minor. Okay, and then we go back. So far we've got G, A, D, slash A, B minor, slash A, back to G, 4 times, A, full bar, so it's 4 times, and then D, and then you do the picking pattern 3 times, but instead of playing open A this time, we play a C sharp, so that's the 4th fret on the A string, play that, and then the G and B string, so 1, 2, 3, 4, down to a full B minor chord, 1, 2, 3, and then open A, so that B minor is exactly the same as before. The only difference from the G 2nd time round to where we just got to is where instead of on the D chord, instead of playing a slash A, you play a slash C sharp, so the 4th fret in the bass. Other than that, the second 4 bars are exactly the same as the first 4 bars. So far we've got this G, A, D, slash A, B minor, slash A, back to G, same as before, A, same as before. The D's where it's the only slight change, which is there, B minor, slash A, back to G for a whole bar, A for a bar, B minor for 2 bars, unaltered, so just a static B minor chord for 2 bars, and then to A, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we put our pinky on the 5th fret of the B string, the note is E, and so we play that with the 2nd fret of the G and the open A, for a full bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, back to the verse. So that's the bridge. I'll play it all through once more for you. Here we go. That will lead you straight back into the next verse. Okay, so that is it. You've got all of the parts to Hey There Delilah. You just need to string them together via listening to the song, and you're going to be able to play the whole thing. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. I really hope that you've enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and head over to 6stringfingerpicking.com for loads more fingerstyle guitar lessons. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.